Hi, welcome to Clarity 16.0.3 Supportability and Feature Training. My name is Santosh Panchali and I'm a Product Manager of Clarity. In this session, we will cover the new Financials module that has been added to the Hierarchies workspace. So, what's new? Financials data at a detailed level can now be viewed in Hierarchies. A new Financials module is now available in Investment Hierarchy Blueprints. Details of all types of financial plans, that is, cost plans, budget plans, and benefit plans, can now be viewed segregated by the individual plan type. And the reason this is important is it provides a central place for viewing all financial plan details for all the investments in your hierarchy, giving insights into how the costs, budgets, and benefits are being planned and spent at a detailed level. And what's changed? A new financials module is now available in the investment hierarchy blueprints. While it is not added to the standard investment hierarchy blueprint, users can configure this module in their investment hierarchy blueprints when required. So once you configure the financials module on a blueprint, navigating to a hierarchy which uses the blueprint would now start showing financials as an additional tab. When it comes to access, the financials module can be accessed with the same rights as that of accessing the hierarchy itself. No additional financial rights are required. And the data displayed in the module is limited to the investments of the hierarchy. Once we navigate to the module, by default, details of cost plans are displayed. However, users can switch between other plan types like the budget plan and the benefit plan. Each of these plan type details are rendered as read-only grids with all standard generic grid capabilities, including the widget support. When it comes to the attributes supported on these grids, they're from the financial plan details, that is the cost plan details, budget plan details, and the benefit plan details, in addition to most of the attributes from the financial plans, that is the cost plan, budget plan, benefit plan, and a few selected attributes from the investment object. Views are separate for each of the plan type. However, they're shared across different hierarchies. Now let's get into a little more detail for each of the plan types. On selecting cost plan as your plan type, which is also the default when you navigate to this module, the grid displays cost plan details for all investments of the hierarchy. The grid supports all attributes of cost plan details, including all the grouping attributes. Majority of the attributes of cost plans except total cost, total revenue, and total units, and a selected set of attributes from the common investment object which are Modern UX enabled. The standard view is pre-filtered to display details of cost plans that are the plan of record. However, users can change this filter as per their business need. Investment name and cost plan name fields are hyperlinked. This enables an easy navigation to the corresponding investment pages and the cost plan details pages. And when the plan type is chosen as budget plan, the grid displays budget plan details for all the investments of the hierarchy. The grid supports all attributes of budget plan details, including all the grouping attributes, most of the attributes from the budget plans, except total cost, total revenue, and total units, and selected attributes of common investment object. Like in the case of cost plan details, here too the standard view is pre-filtered to display details of current budget plans. However, users can change the filter to suit their business need. Investment name and budget plan name here are hyperlinked. And lastly, when the plan type is chosen as benefit plan, the grid displays benefit plan details for all the investments of the hierarchy. This grid supports all attributes of benefit plan details, most of the attributes from the benefit plans except total benefit and total actual benefit, and selected attributes of the investment object. And in this case, the standard view is pre-filtered to display details of benefit plans that are associated to the cost plans that are plan of record or the current budget. As you may have guessed by now, Users will be able to change the filter as per their business need. And on this grid, the investment name and the benefit plan name fields are hyperlinked, enabling an easy navigation to the corresponding investment pages and the benefit plan detail pages respectively. Alright, so let's go through a demonstration of what we have seen so far right in the product in action.
Alright, I've launched Clarity and logged in as an administrator who has access to the Modern UX administrations page. Let's get into blueprints. Here we can see that there is one standard investment hierarchy blueprint. So let's go ahead and make a copy of it to make our own blueprint. Let's call this as investment hierarchy with financials. Let's get into it and do some edits. Let's go to the modules. As you can see, now we have a new financials module that can be configured. Let's go ahead and configure it. Right, it's added. Let's go ahead and publish this module. Next, I'm logged in as Sid Patel, who is the hierarchy manager of the portfolio manager. I've navigated to the hierarchies workspace, and now I'm on the hierarchies grid. In this, for the hierarchy called FY 2022 planning, let's go ahead and associate the blueprint that has been configured with financials module. Yeah, it is saved. Let's get into the hierarchy now. Now, we can see the financials tab appearing here as the blueprint has been configured with the module. Let's get into it. In this module, as mentioned earlier, by default, the plan type is chosen as cost plan, and the cost plan details grid is displayed. This grid has a pre-filter with plan of record equal to yes, so that it displays the details of cost plans that are the plan of record. This grid supports all the standard grid capabilities, like the export to CSV, filtering, widget support, saved use, and also features like data grouping. Let's go ahead and do grouping by, say, cost type. By doing so, the records are now grouped by the cost type, capital and operating. We can expand and further analyze the records. Let's remove the grouping. Now let's see widget support. For purpose of this training, in this view, a few widgets already have been configured. Like you can see, there is a bar chart showing the top investments by cost. Likewise, I can also drill down into understanding the spending by transaction class. Here I'm understanding that on internal labor or the full-time employees, I'm spending about 65%, and on the contractors or external, about 25%. Another widget, for example, I have created is expenses by cost type. Here again, on a amount basis, it shows that capital was 9.88 million, while operating is about 11 million. Let's collapse the widgets. Now, when I expand the column picker, we can see that selected attributes from common investment are available. In addition, most of the attributes from the cost plan are also available. From the cost plan details, all the attributes are available here for selection. For timescale varying fields, even the total attributes are also available here. Next, let's look at the grid itself. As I mentioned earlier, investment name and the cost plan name are hyperlinked. Clicking on the investment name, for example, takes us to the investment properties. There's a backlink to go back to the hierarchy. And let's click on the cost plan name. It directly takes us to the cost plan details page of that cost plan. A backlink is again provided to navigate back to the hierarchy financials page. Now let's switch gears and see how to switch to budget plans. From the plan type drop down here, I would select the budget plan. That will display the grid for the budget plan details. If you look at the pre-filter, again it is filtered by plan of record equal to yes, or to say details of current budget are displayed. Now looking at the attributes, this grid supports the same set of attributes from the common investment, most of the fields from the budget plan object, as you can see, as well as all the attributes from the budget plan details. This grid also supports all the standard grid capabilities. Also, it is hyperlinked on investment name and the budget plan name. Clicking on the budget plan name, as you would expect, takes us to the budget plan details of that particular budget plan under that investment. There is a backlink provided to go back to where we navigated from. Lastly, let's look at the benefit plan details. To do that, I go and choose the plan type as benefit plan. When I do that, the benefit plan details grid is displayed. This grid is also pre-filtered by the plan of record equal to yes. What that means is details of benefit plans that are linked to plan of record cost plans or the current budgets are displayed to start with. This grid also supports all the standard grid capabilities. When it comes to attribute support, this grid supports the same set of attributes from the common investment that are also supported in the other two grids. It supports most of the attributes on the benefit plan as well as all the attributes on the benefit plan details object. In this grid, the investment name and the benefit plan name are hyperlinked. As you would expect, clicking on the benefit plan name would take us to the benefit plan details of that benefit plan. There is a backlink provided to navigate back to the hierarchy financials benefit plan details page. With this, I conclude the demonstration. This concludes the session on hierarchy financials. Thank you.